Well, good afternoon. It is afternoon. It's 2:30 on Wednesday. And I'm going through my old 1930s Better Homes and Garden cookbook. Some of this stuff, I haven't heard of it for a long time. Some of it I've never heard of. I've seen it in the cookbook, but I've never made it. That's just some stuff that I'm not going to ever make. But I guess at that time in 1930, they made all kind of stuff because they had less convenience of our facilities to cook with. So they had to cook with what they had, just kind of like we're going to have to start doing. And make do with what we got. That's what I told Mother. We're just going to have to make do with what we can get at the stores, because these prices are not going to get any better. So I'm not going to cook no rabbit. I'm not going to cook no venison, duck. I'm not going to cook none of that. It's not that I dislike any of that. It's just that it's so expensive, or you don't have place to get your stuff anymore, like at market or anything. I thought we'd do something with the chicken, because I've got, but I wondered what I could do. I might do a good, well, I don't know. I think probably what we need to do is, like I start doing every time, is I'll take my Instapot and I'll take my pre-thawed chicken. It's not thawed out all the way, but it's enough to where I can get it down in my Instapot. That's that chicken I bought in bulk, and then I refroze it. Now, it was from a U.S. Facility, I do know that. So what I'll do to that is I'm going to get my cheat sheet. I should know this by heart, but I always do this in case y'all that don't have, that have Instapots that don't have the cheat sheet that you need to get off of. This has helped me more than anything. You can look on here under your chicken and find out you need leg quarters. That's what this is. There's a couple of breasts deboned in there. That's about 2 pounds. Need a cup of liquid, 14 minutes plus 10 minutes frozen, because that's semi-frozen, so we'd say 24 minutes on high with natural release. So let's put our cup of liquid, but we'll put our spices in there. Let me get some garlic. We're going to use garlic. We'll just put us about half a tablespoon of garlic in there. Let's see. Just a little more. That's your garlic. And then we'll add our pepper to it. You know, I just take the lid off and that pepper just comes out. One day I'm going to get some of these that don't spread all over the place. I'm going to take about a half teaspoon of my basil mixture. Put that in there. Let's put some of our onion powder, about a teaspoon in there. Take some thyme. We'll do about a teaspoon of thyme and just put that in there. Now, we'll take our chicken broth. Let's do a cup of that. Because then you can do whatever you want to with your... I'm just going to pour that and get my... Because that'll pressure cook those up in there. Now that's about all we do. And we'll put this in our Instapot for 24 minutes and then we'll be back. Well, I was trying to get these big old skillets washed and they're very heavy. Get them washed so I can get them put back up on the hooks on the wall. All my pans I have hooked on the wall. Some of you have seen it. But those are very heavy. Okay, I'm going to get my stew pot. I'm just going to put some avocado oil in it so I can saute what I'm doing here. We've got our green onions that we chopped and put in the freezer. So we'll just open them, get a handful. I just use a handful, put it in my pot there. Plus, we'll get our bell peppers. That's not the bag I wanted. This one has got the big bell peppers in it, the big pieces. We want the smaller pieces. I've got 3 big bags of these peppers. If y'all remember, it doesn't matter if these are so good for you, I'm going to put every one of those peppers in there. I'm just going to, because we need that. We need that. And it's good for you. So let's just kind of stir them around a little bit. I kind of went ahead and put the camera offset to where I was baking yesterday over in this area, and it kind of cuts down here, but I think you're able to see. We'll get that up a little bit. Get those kind of, just saute them. Now to that, we're going to put our thyme. Just the same about as we did, and a little basil. Same as we did. A little onion powder. And I'll just kind of coat those vegetables for right now. You want that flavor in them. So with this, we're going to have some salt. So about a teaspoon of everything, really. Maybe half teaspoon in the spices and a teaspoon in the other. Some of those are kind of big, so I'll just chop them with my... Turn that down a little bit. Saute it. I want that for my base. And everything I'm using today I had in the freezer. You can just chop those with your spoon. For our base fry. I thought we needed a chicken soup, and that's what we're gonna have. I'm gonna put my carrots. I'm gonna put some green peas into that. Turn that down a little bit. Now, I buy this Great Value broccoli florets, and then I will rinse that off. I don't like any of those ice crystals on my broccoli, so I rinse that off. Now y'all, I'm really sauteing that down real good there. And on my broccoli, I'm going to cut it. You can do this in a food processor, or however you want to do it. I want it to where it'll get really soft and good. Not mushy. You don't want it mushy, but you want it one day we'll make a broccoli casserole, because I love broccoli casserole. I just have not made that in a long while. A lot of stuff I haven't made because it seemed like we were stuck in a rut for a while with that pandemic and all that. We were just eating about the same kind of country foods. And that's fine too, you know, I mean, it kept us alive, it was healthy, it wasn't all that McDonald's or something like that. Those little florets are fine the way they are. Just those bigger pieces I chop up. Broccoli is so good for you. Between that and watermelon. Watermelon is one of the best things that you can do for kidney disease. And broccoli is good for so many things. I think those are okay like that. We'll just add this to our saute. Let me check the carrots and see. Now they're semi-soft, and that's fine too. You want them to cook down. I probably will let's see. I probably will get one of my little choppers. Just one of my little chops. Get it put on there. And I'll put some of those carrots down in there at a time. Chop them. So that I don't have that problem. Where we get the lid on. There we go. I'll put those into our pot there. No sense in not putting all those carrots in that, so we don't have any left over. Plus that carrot juice will be good to be good to get those flavors. I love the flavors of vegetable soup if it's done right. And carrots are one of the sweetnesses that's in a vegetable soup. So you want to have that in there, of course. Can't do without that. I'll wash that. Let me get this put over here. Okay, now then, we got that little bit of going there. Now we'll just go ahead and let this kind of saute, marinate. Oh, the microphone fell off. But we'll fix that. We'll clip it right back on. See, that's a good stir fry for even your rice. You could do it chicken and rice with this. You can do a chicken soup. When I do that, I might take half of this and make it for a chicken and rice, because it's the exact same what you need for your chicken and rice. Your chicken, any kind of oriental chicken wonton. And it's beautiful. I mean, that's just a beautiful mixture of vegetables in your oil there with your avocado oil. So what I'll probably do, let me rinse this off. Rinse that off. Get Billie Jean's mess kind of cleaned up here. I'm glad y'all wrote in and liked the rolls yesterday and all that stuff, and the pie. Y'all all seem to enjoy that, and I'm happy that you did. That's what we have eaten, and I went ahead and put those rolls into different bags. So I would have them and put half of them in the freezer because I made so many. But all I do is take those out in the mornings. Put some butter, jelly, or butter honey, or butter bread with an egg. And it's all good. It's all very good like that. So, I'm going to just take a portion of this out so that we can use this for our stir fry. Let me get those bigger pepper pieces out because that'll be really good in our stir fry. Now that'll leave quite a bit for our chicken noodle soup. You're going to get all that flavor. That's the main thing. It's why we give the vitamins and nutrients in our flavor. There's one more piece of pepper. Any of these larger little hunks of like carrot, I'm going to put into for my rice dish. Like I said yesterday, this is killing 2 birds, maybe 3 birds with 1 stone, because I didn't think about that till I thought, you know, that'll be good tomorrow. Alright, now then, I'm going to put a can of diced tomatoes into my pot. Can of diced tomatoes into my pot. We're just going to move that around. Now this is probably one of the most healthiest soups that you can do. Let's get that up a little boil there. Let's check our Instapot. It went off, so let's take our lid off. And I'll get my pot holders and we'll move that over here so you can see the chicken that we put in there to start with. See, it got all done in there. Pretty sure. Let's check it. Oh, it's falling off. See how that just fell off there? It's falling off the bone. Okay, what we're going to use is our chicken broth off of this. We're just going to pour it off of that chicken because we need it for our soup. Now that's going to be some excellent flavored soup. That's got our chicken broth and all that down in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these or 2 of these, maybe this one, that's a breast, 1 breast out. Take that one. I'm going to take this chicken here. See, it's just falling off. If there was a bone, this doesn't have a bone. But I'm going to chop that. Like a pulled chicken is what it is. See how that's just flipping off? I want it to sit there and rest for a little while. And it's hot. It is very hot. But you gotta get it off there. Let me see if I can get that pulled apart a little more. Let it rest for a little bit. See how this is doing. See, that's I'm going to move put this chicken in this bowl here. So I can use my little cutting board there. I'll set my chicken back over here. By that chicken, don't you eat your chicken, your cousin there. Now don't you be eating your cousin. Don't be looking at me like that. You'll be in here too. And we're going to get that up to a pretty good boil. Let's get us a little test spoon and taste the salt content or whatever. Well, let me get a little bit on that spoon. Come on and get over here and get it. Flavor is good. Salt, gotta have more salt because I didn't know about the chicken broth. You never know until you get that chicken broth done. So we're gonna salt it, and y'all salt it however you like it. That's the prerogative that you have over yours. I can't taste yours, and you can't taste mine. So Billie Jean, you're making a mess. You got that lid. Let me get a lid rag, or I'll use this A-lid towel. Oh, let me get a lid rag. I hadn't put a lid rag out today. So now we'll check this. Okay, see how those noodles have cooked down in there? They're cooking. That's what you want. That's a good chicken noodle soup. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of shred this with my fingers. Just add it to the pot. I'm not going to use all that in here because we've got oodles now. That's oodles. Now, continue to let that cook. And continue to let that cook. And rinse off our every day I do these videos, I would be doing this if I didn't have the YouTube. That's just the way I am. I get in here and get us something fresh cooked. I do use leftovers because I was taught you don't waste food, and I try to make something out of it that will be kind of different than what it was the day before, and something I know that Mother and she will like. Now with this kind of soup, we'll probably eat just white crackers. I could have made cornbread. I've got those rolls. But she likes white, just old white crackers. And that's probably what we'll have. Because you've got your noodle and everything in there. You know, you're not gonna not have some kind of bread or some kind of, we'll just pull that out and see. Now this is just, if I had my butter noodles, that's the way I'd rather do it, but when you don't feel like it, or you gotta be in a hurry, then can do it this way. I've never used this brand, so now we'll just turn that off. Let that continue to kind of boil, but those the pie crust kind of gives it a little noodle, plus it'll give it a thickening that you need for your soup. You could add corn to this, or really anything you want to. You know, I mean, you don't have to do it like I do it. You have to be kind of experimentative, and then go from there. That stuff. So I'll get a sleeve of crackers, a new sleeve of crackers out of here. I love crackers with peanut butter. I love crackers with this or that, or you know, whatever. Let me check this and see. That looks good, y'all. It does. It's got a lot of vitamins and nutrients in that, so that's what we'll have for lunch today. I'll get her little tray out, and I'll open these crackers. I'll get her a few crackers. I'll get her a bowl, put her soup in. And I'll give her a little cracker bowl where she can have crackers however she wants them. And I've already got her iced tea. Now we can't deal without iced tea. We gotta have our iced tea. So let me put this on her tray. Let me get this out and let me dip her some beautiful chicken soup out of here. Okay, this is what we're gonna have. We're gonna have our chicken noodle soup, and we're gonna have just plain saltine crackers, and that's what we're gonna have for lunch today. That's what Mother's gonna have. I wish y'all was here to have a hot bowl of soup with us and some saltine crackers. And we'll talk to you soon. Now y'all have to follow this because there's no recipe for it. God bless you. God bless the United States. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.